There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Fantastic.
I'm about ready to fall asleep on my feet.
Is autumn this year?
Ah, here we are.
Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray call upon me. I would be only too glad to assist.
Have you come from Vernworth? The ancient battleground to the north is overrun with hordes of fell beasts, and so little are survivors anticipated that you'll find not even a checkpoint here. In times past, 'twas safe enough a night. Since a few days past, skeletons and phantoms have made this their nightly battleground. 'Tis nigh impassable now. It could be that aught's befallen the cenotaph. I'd heard the spirits had calmed somewhat since 'twas erected. Say, if I cannot dissuade you from traversing the ancient battleground, would you consider passing by the cenotaph and making sure aught's aright with it?
Say, you wouldn't happen to have seen a pretty stone lying about, would you? One befitting the name the Jadeite Orb. 'Twas stolen from me while I was delivering it, and if Master Everard should find out, he'd wring my neck. 'Tis no exaggeration. He's had people killed afore. To be quite truthful, I'd intended to sell off the Jadeite Orb and quit this place for good. Working under a man such as him, I'd only get chewed up till he decided to spit me out. Unless you were to find it for me. Would you, sir?
The Jadeite Orb could be anywhere now. Perchance we ought to speak with someone who has I've got nothing for ye.
Have you heard the rumors? The residents of a small village to the north said...
Shame there aren't as many folk spinning tall tales in the tavern of late. Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet. Many thanks. Interested in my wares?
Slow and steady gets the job done.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Suppose I could visit someplace new.
Fancy a look at my what to do.
Living's hard.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Welcome, sir. If you've a after all, 'tis folly to linger on a single vocation when there are so many exciting methods of combat to be tried. Always a pleasure.
Tell me, in your comings and goings, did you happen to encounter a man by the name of Offulve? He seems to have vanished while in possession of a treasure known as the Jadeite Orb. My fellow merchants are scouring the city for him as we speak, but have had no luck as yet. And if I may be candid, our primary concern is not the merchant, but rather 'tis an item of precious importance to myself and my partners, you see. I must see it reclaimed, post-haste. And in my hour of need, who should wander by but the good Arisen? What say you, sir? You will be rewarded handsomely for your...
Sirs Offulve and Everard each seek the Jadeite Orb. To whom ought we to grant it? Assuming we find the thing at all.
Whatever choice you make, Arisen, I am sure 'twill be the right one. Pray, just leave me be!
Find any turncoats. You're not worth my time.
Life is for the living, friend. Best to enjoy.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
So, you seek to enter Batal, I presume? I'll have to check your permit.
Leave this place at once.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment. A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. 'Tis said there is an illness spawns can contract beyond the rift that inflicts unspeakable harm on those around them.
Well, hello there, sir. What can I do you for? Not that... Oh, there's always demand for weapons. Particularly near the border, where quarrels occur every other day. Always a pleasure.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
Spending so freely offers a unique sort of joy. Let's keep our noses to the grindstone.
that we might do it again soon.
Oi, you there! I don't mean to pry, only it's my grandson, a boy by the name of Rog. He's gone missing. Pray...
Morris, I've just found out Roger's been abducted by beasts.
What?
I've just heard news. Rog was seen being dragged off by wolves.
Oh, my poor boy.
Morris, think what you're saying, friend. We can't go charging off after the lad.
Do you truly expect me to do naught but twiddle my thumbs when my only the soldiers won't do aught for him, will they now? Consarn it all. He's right. But what else do you truly... If you return him to me, I will be...
Let us speak with everyone we can think of who might know aught of use.
Clean and tidy. What else needs doing?
It's this way.
Interested in my wares?
Those recruits don't know pommel from point.
If I might be so bold as to speak my mind, look how many women we count among our number.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find? Hang in there, Master. I'm coming to assist.
Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside. Come to think of it, different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Apologies, but I can't offer you a ride, sir.
Have you heard the room? There was no warning, no apparent cause, but what?
The flowers that bloom, from what I can glean, isn't that unusual?
Shame there aren't as many folks. I rather enjoyed hearing that it is said to descend in times of conflict. Scattering... Sounds like the last thing we need, doesn't it?
Can't leave my post, I'm afraid.
Give me a moment to think, Billy.
Aye, I met Roger by the cenotaph, on the eastern side of town. He had what looked like a bundle of grass with him, only he was carrying it as though 'twere of the greatest import. When I asked what he was doing with it, he would say no more than 'twas a secret. So I told him to get home safe, and we parted ways. Yet no sooner had I turned my back than I heard him scream. I charged to his aid, but a wolf was already scarpering with him and it. Poor lad. Pray help him if you can, sir. He did.
A good day to you.
Sir, how can I be of assistance?
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Poor Rog. He truly is a lovely boy. He's always helping Morris in his shop. And he's delivered me my remedies many a time. Once, he even picked some flowers on his way and put them up for me. All pretty like. I still recall his smile when he told me about the beautiful flower bed he tends to on the outskirts of town. Oh, Rog, will I e'er see your smile again? I suppose I can only hope.
The flowers that bloom around here glow come nightfall. From what I can glean, the petals absorb the sun's light by day and release it after dark. Isn't that unusual?
¿Pasó? ¿Quién está por ahí? Un abrazo, ¿quién está? Deme conversación. Tú solito. Estoy trabajando y... ¿Qué hacéis?
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead. The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Vale.
We have no means of exploiting our enemies' weakness.
How do you like that?
Let my magic imbue your weapons with furious elements.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. 'Tis rather narrow here. Be on your guard. Let us proceed with due caution.
Risen has been put to sleep!
A flawless execution. Once more. Grant you roaring flame. By your leave, Arisen.
Tis not every day one happens upon a material so rare.
We shall have to think long and hard about what to do with it.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? This seems a decent spot for a campsite. Let us keep this place in mind for when night falls.
Oxen are to be found here, of all places.
'Tis best to leave harmless creatures be.
Toma, tío.
The sun descends. Night will be upon us soon.
We shall have to be all the more vigilant. Stay with me, Arisen. Wait right there. Where are the skeletons? Let my magics grant you an elemental.
Did anyone else see that? Ort catches the light.
We ought to take a closer look.
I'll put an end to this bow, Master. Well done. Right where I want you. Fascinating way to end a forum. This will serve for a fine tale when I regain my master beyond the river.
Focus. A moment of indecision may spell our doom.
At last, it all becomes clear.
Why do I feel as though I've seen this exact scene play out before?
These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. Take care where you place your feet. A sharp incline is as light to girls with balances as our enemies. I grant you Raya's blade. Use it well.
Let them come. I'm forbidden to fight on and on.
The tide of battle can turn in an instant. Let us send this quickly.
Que ando dormido, tío. Joder, vaya mierda.
Let us see what you're made of.
You are in need of freedom. Allow me. Wait right there.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
No puedo jugar así, tío. Sí. Va. Oh. Mucha basura. No trabajé, güey.
Fantastic.